Use some of the stitches from the Zesty Scarflet pattern. The first one is Make One, which is on the male version instead of a yarn over. So what we do, we lift the piece of yarn which is in between the two stitches to make a stitch, and then we're going to knit that, but we're not going to knit into the front of it, we're going to knit into the back of it, and that makes a nice tight increase without any holes in your work, so it won't look lacy, which looks a lot more masculine. I'm going to now knit 4 stitches, which is the start of the Zesty pattern. And now I'm going to do the triple decrease. So I'm going to pick up 2 stitches onto my needles, and then I'm going to slip those stitches over to the other needle. I'm going to knit the 3rd stitch, and then I'm going to pass the 2 slip stitches back over the knitted stitch to create the decrease. And I'm going to do another 4. And then I'm going to pick up another stitch to make 1, knitting into the back of that stitch again. Okay, so that then gives you your first row of the pattern. Now the next row, this pattern is worked both in the knit and the purl side. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip our knitting over to the other side. Okay, get untangled. Okay, so on the purl side, we're going to purl. But we're not going to purl all the way across, which is usual in a lacy pattern. We're going to do a decrease on the purl side, and we're also going to do increases. So just purling the stitches that needs purling, and when you get told that you need to make 1, we're going to lift up. Can you see the leg? There's a leg of a stitch there hanging over the top where we increased. We're going to lift that up, and we're going to purl through that. Okay, and then we're going to purl the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And then the next thing, and the best way of checking that you're at the right place, is to flip your work over, and you can see the triple decrease is the 2nd stitch in. Because you're using 3 stitches to make the decrease, you need that to be the 2nd stitch and not the 1st stitch. So you're going to purl that 1st stitch. So it's absolutely the opposite of what you've just done on the other side. And then you're going to basically move 2, did you see that? 2 stitches go onto your needle. They get slipped onto the needle, and they're twisted when they're slipped over. They're twisted, and then what you do with the left needle, poke it back through, and then you're going to bring that needle underneath the purled stitch. It's a little bit tricky the first time you do it, but you get used to it. And then you're just going to pull that, and there you are. Pull it once it's back on the other needle. Okay, and then you've got your triple decrease done there on the purl side. So once again, I'll just do that again for you so you can see. So we purl the 1st stitch, and then we're left with 2 more stitches to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to put those 2 stitches onto the right needle. Okay, and then you're going to stick your left needle here through underneath those stitches, and you're going to grab hold of the already purled stitch and pass it underneath rather than over your work. Oh, it's a bit tricky. Okay, and then pull your work, flip it back onto the knitted your right hand needle, and then on the other side you can see that you've got your triple decrease there, and then you can continue purling as per the pattern. 3 more purls, and then we're going to make one again. Now if you're doing the female version you'll be doing the yarn over, but because we're doing the male version here, you're going to pick up that leg in the middle. Can you see that? There's a leg there. You're going to pick that up. So on the first row you're picking up the piece of yarn in between. On all the rows in between you're going to pick up the leg, and you're just going to pull that there. Keep pulling to the end. Okay, and then we turn it round, and you can see that the Zesty pattern has started to take shape. If you have any problems with the pattern at all, then please contact me on the details that you're given in the pattern. Okay, thank you.